So hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Now if you've been here before, you'll be used to us visiting places and talking about the attributes of the places we visit. This week I've decided to do something a bit different. And the main reason is because I have just bought myself a new camera and a new microphone and some other little accessories. So I thought it might be a bit different. You might want to see how I get on. And in particular, I wanted to do some tests with the new microphone and the little accessory I've got to see whether the new microphone, I can fit it to both my new camera and my existing Osmo Action 3 camera. I'm going to tell you what I bought and why I went for the items that I went for. However, just to stay grounded, I'm going to chuck in a bit of a walk and a catch up with our son Dan, where we have a little bit of a chat about the controversial changes in the rugby tackling laws. So I hope you'll stick with us. It's a bit different. Normal service will resume next week, but hopefully you'll get something from this too. So good afternoon. We have moved on, and we've moved on via home. And the reason we've done that is because whilst we're away, if there's anything of big value that I want to buy and it's not urgent stuff, then I'll still have it delivered to home and pick it up here. And I am so excited because we've been to collect our packages, and look, I've bought a new camera. So it's obviously not top of the range, and there'll be loads of people out there saying you should have bought a DSLR where you could change the lenses. But I did loads and loads of research before I bought this, and I think for me, and I'm still really very much a beginner, I think this is the right camera for me, and it gets lots of good reviews. And actually there's quite a few people that tell me, at least when I watch their YouTube channels, that they use it for quite a lot of B-roll, even if they've got a super duper camera. So I'm gonna open this up now and see what's in the box. Okay, it's exciting, but I've got the little sticky thing off. So let's see what we've got in here. Very neat. Oh, something about extending the warranty. Oh, something about a range of accessories. Better not mention that too loudly in front of Sue, because she'll be worried about me spending more money. I'm assuming this is some kind of quick start guide or instructions. I don't recognise any of those languages, so we'll get back to that in a minute. Oh, a reference guide. That's at least in English. Right, okay. Oh no, look. Look, now that's a proper instruction book, isn't it? That's like an old-fashioned instruction book. This is really exciting bit. Oh, so that is the windshield that comes with the camera. It's got a little USB to USB-C cable that comes with it. Presumably that's for charging purposes. There's the battery. I'm probably going to have to invest in another battery, so I've got one to change. Shh, don't tell Sue. Oh, that is the box. So, here goes. Da da da. Oh, nearly dropped it. Doesn't that look neat and tidy? It's got the flippy out screen, which you can tilt in at least one direction. So I'm going to have hours of fun this afternoon looking at this, but there are some other things that I'm going to unbox as well. So my next purchase was a Rode video mic. And again, there were a lot more expensive versions available. I chose this one partly because of the size of it, which I felt would work nicely with my new Sony ZV-1 camera, but also I'm pretty sure it will work with my action camera as well. and I'll show you something else in a minute which is going to help me work it with the action camera, because on the action camera of course the lens is really close. Anyway, let's get into opening this, shall we? So this might be a bit tricky. I'll be back in a minute. So here we go, got the scissors out, break the seal. Who ever thought it could be so difficult? Aha! I think we're getting somewhere. Another seal at the bottom. Rhodes, well done on your seals. Exceptional seal making. Either that or I'm just a real Rode microphone unboxing novice, which of course I am. Yeah, it's looking a bit easier from the bottom of this box. Okay, let's see what we've got in this box. So whoa, look at that. Already, the microphone is already got its windshield on. Take it off briefly, so there you go. Little tidgy-widgy microphone. It's got the shock mount that comes with it, so it can bounce around nicely. And oh, it even comes with a TRS connector. So if I did, and I don't suspect I would, but if I did want to use it with my mobile phone, then I'd need to get a different connector, which I've probably got amongst all of the other gadgets that I've got. But that is what is in that box. So I'm now going to leave you for a minute while I go and kind of hook these things together and see how I can make this work, and then I'm going to come back to you with another handy little adapter. Well, I think I'll come back to you with another handy little adapter. Depends whether it's in the bag of stuff I've bought. So I said I'd come back to you with a little bit of an adapter thing. So I bought this, which is a Smallrig adapter mount for a DGI. It says Action 2, but actually it fits the Action 3 as well. I hope so. I'm going to try it in a minute, but I'm pretty sure it does. And then together with that, I've bought these Neewer, don't know how to say that, but these little cold shoe mount brackets. And the reason I bought these is because you can put these two things together by screwing them together, and what that gives me is an ability to, I'm hoping, and according to what I've seen on various YouTubes, it gives me an ability with my PGYtech cage that you can't see at the moment because I've got it around my action camera, to actually add an additional cold shoe mount at the side of the camera, and I'm going to show you that hopefully when I get my Sony ZV-1 working and I know how to use it. I'll show you the mounting of that to the action camera. Oh, it's very tight because it's a really strong magnet. That then means I can mount a microphone, hopefully this one, and it will work with both the ZV-1 and my action camera, so it gives me a bit more flexibility, I suppose. I'll let you know later when I've worked out how to use the Sony camera. Could be a while, could be days, who knows. I'm not sure whether you can see this or hear this. Sue watches the telly with one eye and she gets tired. She closes one eye and watches the telly.
I've got two open now.
Two open, what? Because you know I'm filming?
Yeah.
Good morning. So I'm now, apart from my little play last night, using my new camera for the very first time. Come on, Archie. The first thing I notice is that it's a much sharper crop on me, so it's much closer, and I think I'm probably as zoomed out as I can be. and with an arm fully outstretched, so the action camera gives you a much wider field of vision, and you can set it even wider. I normally have it set when I'm doing this kind of thing to normal. I think it's called standard D-warp or something like this. So for me this is a different experience, but I think the quality of the picture is probably going to be a lot better. We'll find out later, and whether I've got all the right settings set. As I think I said when I opened it, I realised this was the right camera for me, because I really am a novice, and this is not too difficult, because you can set most of it, everything in it actually, to auto, and I'm going to have to play over the next kind of few weeks and months at some of the manual settings in circumstances where that might be better. But for the moment I'm sticking to simplicity. So I've now moved from steady shot being active to standard. Be interesting to see whether this makes any difference at all to how the picture comes out. And now I've moved to the steady shot off, so I'll be able to compare all three settings and hopefully pick the right one for me. Go on then. Hey, that's nice, isn't it? Oh, don't sit on it. Where is she? Come on, Fudge. Come on. Camera's on.
We met Carol.
I know, I saw her. Oh, what's that? Good girl. So the new toilet's arrived. Just about to unbox it. I've already checked, I've already opened it because I needed to check that I had actually ordered the right thing. And it smells delicious. It doesn't smell shitty at all like the old one. Not that the old one's been that bad. Here goes. Thank goodness it's the same type. Anything else in the box? Any other parts? Don't know what these are. Got the instruction manual. How to pee and poo. I'll have to give Sue full instructions on that one. Oh my goodness. It actually comes with a toilet seat. I'm not sure we need a new toilet seat, but we'll have a look. Good. We've got everything. Why doesn't he miss any games then? Because he's had
there's games running up to the 6th
right,
edition,
so he's missing.
and he got it reduced by a week because he did the tackle course, so he comes back in time for 6 editions.
Tackling course.
It was a bit like the driving stuff.
It just sounds a bit weird.
Do you know the only green zone is between your shoulders and your waist? It's the only green zone.
I thought you had to tackle below the waist.
Yes, that's the new law they brought in.
Right.
But they've defined the different zones. Red means there's a high chance of concussion. Orange is there's a medium chance of concussion. Green is there's the lowest chance of concussion. The only green section is the section that they've just made illegal. Yeah, you've got to go below it.
Okay, so good morning everyone. As promised, I was going to show you the adapter setup I've got to go with my action camera, so that hopefully I'll be able to far better attach the Rode mic that I primarily got for to go with the Sony ZV-1, but I wanted to have the flexibility to have a better external mic with my action camera as well. So first of all, the action camera that I use is the DGI OSMO ACTION 3, and I did lots of reviews of this and the GoPro when I was trying to decide what to get, and this was actually about £100 cheaper, and I couldn't find much difference in terms of the quality between the two, and I quite liked the quick shoe that fits on the bottom of here, and how, you know, you can have a couple of those and then you can just really quickly swap it between different setups that you might have. Anyway, a Christmas present, I'm always buying new little gadgets. A Christmas present for my parents was this, I'll get it right, PGYtech frame for the Action 3. It's really easy, but the reason I got this is because on the top you've actually got a hot shoe mount on the top of this, and this doesn't have a hot shoe mount, and I wanted that, and it helps me for two reasons, because I can put in a lav mic, or well, anything that fits a hot shoe mount essentially. But let me show you what I think the problem will be. It's really easy to put together actually. I say it's not actually that fiddly, it's just me, I'm a bit fiddly. Anyway, you just simply slide it in, clip it all back together, and there you've got it in its frame. But I think if I mount, and I get the Rode microphone, that is quite new, if I mount that there, and I'm not going to screw it on now, you see the Action camera is actually, it's even in the standard D-warp, it's actually a really wide view of vision. I'm pretty sure you will see the end of the microphone. I'll try it out in a minute. But I'm pretty sure even with this very small one, the mic will appear in the shot. But I watched on YouTube, somebody had come up with an ingenious way of fixing it, and that is by, you can use this cage to mount in that vertical position, the portrait position if you want, because it's got the hot shoe mount on the bottom. And somebody had come up with an ingenious idea to fix that microphone being a little bit further, and that is through this Smallrig adapter, and it's quite handy because it actually, you could just use it generally because it's got the little feet that come out and then attach to your different micro. There you go. Let me get my face out of the way, and there you go, zoomed in on that. Hopefully, but you can flap those out of the way, and then I can fix one of the Neewer, I don't know how you say this, Neewer, however you say it. I can attach one of these little hot shoe mounts in here. It comes with the screws and the Allen keys. And what you do is you simply screw this onto here, like so. Screw it in nice and tightly. I might actually want it the other way around. Let's see whether it will attach that way. So, of course, there you go. So that attaches onto there, and it gives me another hot shoe mount on the end of the camera. So I reckon if I attach the microphone there instead, it's a long way, there you go, it's a long way from the lens now, and I've half a chance of being able to shoot without that mic appearing in the picture. But I'll show you, I'll try both and we'll see what results I get. I suppose the one thing is, now that I've got both cameras, which camera will I choose to use when? And the answer to that is, I don't really know yet. I can think of some obvious examples. So, for example, now just talking to the camera like this, I think the quality of the Sony is much better, and that's definitely something that I would use in these circumstances. But this camera is waterproof, and actually it's waterproof down to about 18 metres. So if I was going swimming, as I will be much more again once the weather gets nicer, then I will likely take this with me. And also this is an Action camera, so when we do finally get to do our ski season, then that will be definitely the one that I take out on the slopes with me. And again, it's, you know, if we're doing any, you know, vigorous activity, where I guess I'm going to be using this. It's also really small and neat to stick in your pocket, so I don't quite know yet, but I know that I'm going to use both of them because I'm going to have lots of fun playing. Anyway, let's give our little product fitting microphone to this a test, whether we mount the microphone here or here, and we'll see what gives us the best result. So I'm now filming on the DGI Action 3 camera, and I've got the Rode microphone with a furry wing cover on top, and I'm pretty sure you can see that in the top of the picture. Now this is on standard D-warp. If I go, and I'll try ultra wide and ultra wide, and I think you'll see it'll be even more in shots. Just bear with me for a moment and I'll change the settings. So I'm now filming in the wide setting and microphone's still there in the field of view, and now in ultra wide, and you can see even more of the microphone. Actually, I have just noticed there's a narrow. I've never noticed there's a narrow setting, so I'm just going to try that as well. So I've now set this in narrow, and I, on my screen, can't see the fluffy microphone at all. Be interesting to see what it comes out, whether you can. So I guess that's a potential option if I was stuck without the side shoe. But I'm now going to switch it around. I'm going to mount the microphone from the side, where I've just installed the mount, and see whether that makes any difference. Okay, now I'm filming again with the furry microphone mounted on the side on the new Smallrig setup that I've got, and I certainly can't see it in the field of vision. Okay, now this is on the wide setting, and I still don't see the furry thing in the field of view, so I think that's a success as well. And this is ultra wide. I still can't see the furry thing in the field of view. That's obviously, I'm just looking at the little screen in front of me. Let's see it when it gets downloaded onto the computer. So everyone, that is the end of our test. I think you can see it's been successful in that it means I'll be able to use my Rode mic with the fluffy bit on either my Sony ZV-1 or my Osmo Action 3, and have that flexibility to swap the microphone around. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you're still with us now, thank you so much for watching. As I said at the beginning, it's a bit different, so really interested to hear in the comments below whether you like it, whether you want to see more of this kind of stuff or less of this kind of stuff. So let us know in the comments below. But otherwise, thanks so much for being with us. If you like what you see, think about giving us the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click that little bell so YouTube can notify you every time we post a new video. Otherwise, see you next time.